Hey, this is the Bo Benson Show. I'm glad to have you guys. If you want to subscribe and learn about Jehovah Witnesses and cult groups and the New World Order and things of that nature, this is the perfect place for you. Because the more we talk about it, the less power they have. And remember, the power is in the people. Alright, this is a pretty serious channel, but I think we need some fun. So I am going to show you guys some funny memes that I have seen about Jehovah Witnesses, people making fun of their magazines and stuff. And then I have some more images of empty Kingdom Hall conventions that I've seen on Kim and Mikey. Yes, Kim and Mikey. I am going to share them with you guys and talk about it because I think we all need a good laugh from time to time. This is pretty good. What does the Bible say about life as a Jehovah Witness is a living hell? It's pretty good. That's pretty funny. Strengthen your faith by covering over child sex. Oh my gosh. It's ironic that this asshole is being kicked out of this pedophile. I mean, how fucked up of a person do you have to be to get picked up to be kicked out of a pedophile ring? Like, that's some bad shit, dude. This guy must be some evil shit. All right, awake. So the elders molested you on God's view? Oh my gosh. That is messed up, man. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this one I did myself. Will pedo elders be in the new kingdom? Of course. Where will we get our spiritual food? So I decided to be a jackass and put that in there. And yeah, so this is my meme. This is my golden delish for the world here. All right, so this is another one I made. 1914, the generation that will not pass away. Grandpa, if that's true, why are they all dead? I don't know why. The 1914 thing is so stupid. It's so pathetic that they try to make an excuse. Oh no, this is when Jesus came back invisible. Oh. All right, I had to take a moment to get my composure because I couldn't stop laughing. So now that I've had my moment, if any of you don't know why I was laughing hysterically like a madman, this is because Jehovah's Witnesses posted this magazine of all these people that worked at Bethel, and they said that the world was going to end before these people died. And so 1914 is the generation that will not pass away. So they literally sent out millions of these magazines with these people on it saying that the world was going to die before all these old dudes died. Now, they're all dead. Surprise! And the world is not dead. Oh. Whenever I have a serious discussion with a Jehovah Witness, I ask them about the 1914, and I show them this, and I'm like, you believe that false prophecy is a sign of the devil, right? And they always say yes. And you never, ever, ever, ever say that before you show them this. Do it afterwards. And then be like, can you explain this to me, please? Because I just want to know why you are in an organization that you, by your own definition, are devil worshippers. Because giving false prophecy is the sign of the devil. And you just told me. So when you do things like that with Jehovah's Witnesses, be like, just what's your opinion? You got to make sure you ask them what their opinion is first, then show them something, and then let them say whatever they want to say so they can hear themselves lie to themselves to try to lie to you to hide their own shame. Oh, gosh. Okay. So Kim and Mikey are the people that have these images of these empty kingdom halls. That's where I'm getting this stuff. So if you want to get these images, you can steal them from me, or you could get them from their video. What I'll do is I will take the newest video and I will put it in the description so you guys can automatically get to it quickly. Like I said, this is not my work. This is Mikey and Kim stuff. So, make sure you give them a little thank you and tell them that I sent you because this is really funny. So I don't know. I didn't really watch it. I didn't have time yet. I don't know where or what country this is, but this is the stadium for the convention for Jehovah's Witnesses. Hold on, folks. You better get there quickly because you might not have space. We better get there early, guys, because we might run out of room. Okay, I gotta stop. I can't breathe. Yep, making false predictions leads to this, folks. This one is, that's honestly, it's funny, but it's not as good as the last one. It's like, it's kind of like only like 90% empty. I mean, this one is pretty bad too. I mean, okay, so you could obviously that their dude is up there, talking to people, and this is live. Now, this is pretty bad. I mean, look at it. This is the bottom stadium, right? They can't even fill an entire row. If you were to move all these little silly people and all put them in the front, they might fill up that front row. Can you imagine being the little people, like you see like each little dude that's on the little ends, that's supposed to be like the little guard or whatever that's telling people, directing them or whatever, helping them find seats and all that stuff. Can you imagine how embarrassing it must be for this guys to be sitting there, trying to look all cool in this giant empty theater where they know that nobody wants to show up. And they've think about these guys. They've been doing this stuff for decades, right? And then in the 90s, this place was absolutely, completely full to the max. You didn't get there on time. You'd have a hard time finding a seat. And then seeing their power just dwindle to garbage and nothing is absolutely hilarious. So, okay, with all the laughing hystericalness that I'm doing, I'm sorry, I can't help myself. This is so funny. People say this is because of COVID. It's very possible that people, getting away from the brainwashing, these techniques. This is why it's really important for cult groups to keep you listening, because as soon as you get away from this, you have a chance to reflect and think about these things. You start realizing things you didn't see before. Now, that's honestly probably what this is, but there's this part of me that really, really thinks that all the Jehovah Witness videos that are out there now, and especially the documentaries about Jehovah's Witnesses and their hiding CSA, has devastated, because the last couple witnesses that have recently left, when I speak to them about what's going on, they have all said that finding out about the CSA covering up was what broke them. Every one of them has said that, the false prophecies led them to this, and then listening to apostates, and then finding out the CSA, doing their research and finding out that the CSA issue is true and that the governing body is lying, is number one thing that destroys them. Now, I just want to let you guys know this. I won't say who, but I just spoke to a Jehovah Witness, an active practicing Jehovah Witness, right? And it would just, there was a conversation I overheard, okay? I didn't say anything, I just left it alone, but I want to say something about it. But they were talking about their local Kingdom Hall and how there's not a single young person there. Nobody in their 20s, nobody in their 30s, nobody's in their 40s. They said that everyone there is 60 or plus, and they said it's just basically empty. And I'm like, they were saying it because they were saying how they don't understand it. I'm like, how can you not understand this? I'm thinking to myself, like, you're in a cult and everyone is waking up, but you're the only one there. The only ones that are staying in it are the really, 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 really old people who are embarrassed that they've been in a cult for so long and they don't want to give up the little dream. It's kind of sad, but okay. Let's go back one more time. All right. So, yes. So, where did all the Jehovah Witnesses go? Well, apparently they're waking up. So, if this is honestly like a good reflection of what is happening around with the Jehovah Witness organization, There is no way they're going to survive another 10 years if this is the numbers they're pulling. I don't know how they can fix this. I'm going to be honest, because it seems like that now that they're cracking down on Jehovah's Witnesses even harder, more and more people are leaving because there's just more and more cracks. And here's something else I want to talk about. Anytime you see in the court systems in other countries where they're talking about the shunning and how Jehovah's Witnesses are lying and claiming they don't shun, you guys should share this video with as many people as you can. Especially those agencies that are dealing with the Jehovah's Witnesses and they're claiming they don't shun. We should show them their videos. We should show the government what the hell they're doing.
Fruit of righteousness, then verse 11. True, no discipline seems for the present to be joyous, but it is painful. Yet afterward it yields the peaceable fruit of righteousness to those who have been trained by it. So for disfellowshipped ones who have been trained by the discipline, it has helped them to become spiritually restored. So what is the very best thing we can do for those who are disfellowshipped? We already read it in 1 Corinthians 5:11. Stop keeping company with them, not even eating with them. And speaking of the same sort of person, the Apostle John wrote it, 2 John 10. Do not receive him into your homes or say a greeting to him. Now, our loyalty is on the line, not to the disfellowshipped person, but to God, who is watching to see whether we will abide by his command not to have contact with those who are disfellowshipped. Some of Jehovah's people may think this is too drastic, and that their keeping in contact with the disfellowshipped friend or relative is a kindness. But they could not be more wrong about that. You see, it may salve their own feelings, but they would be doing the worst possible thing for the disfellowshipped person. And Jesus did point out at Matthew 11:19, wisdom is proved righteous by its results. We can share with you many fine examples of the good that has resulted when a family firmly and loyally upholds Jehovah's decree not to associate with disfellowship.
Okay, now I just want to point out the ironic behavior of, shunning people who are immoral, right? So if this is what you should be doing and God is telling you to do this, then since Jehovah's Witnesses are immoral, you should be shunning Jehovah's Witnesses. And if that is the case, that would explain why their own people are shunning themselves, right? Because think about that. They're shunning the organization. They're not going to the conventions. They're not going to the Kingdom Hall because they know that they're doing bad things. They've learned about them doing bad things, and they're doing what they were taught to do by Jehovah, and that's shun bad behavior. So Jehovah's Witnesses have ruined themselves with their own shunning policy. Their own members are now shunning themselves.